One of the most alarming and difficult to comprehend types of homicide is the random killing of multiple people, whether in a single episode, mass murder, or over time, serial murder. Although these crimes are relatively rare compared to overall homicide rates, they capture public attention and remain deeply ingrained in collective memory. Many are familiar with mass murders such as those at Columbine, Sandy Hook, Virginia Tech, Oklahoma City, and the Harvest Festival in Las Vegas. However, fewer people are aware of similar incidents outside the U.S., such as the 2011 Norway attacks, where Anders Breivik killed 77 people in a bombing and shooting spree. Serial killings, murders committed by an individual over an extended period, are equally horrifying. Infamous cases include John Wayne Gacy, who murdered 33 young men and boys in the 1970s, and Jeffrey Dahmer, who killed at least 17 victims between 1978 and 1991. Dahmer's gruesome crimes, including cannibalism and necrophilia, shocked the public. In this section, we will define and discuss types of multiple murder. Serial murder involves killing multiple individuals in separate incidents. Traditionally, criminologists considered 3 or more victims the threshold, but in 2005, the FBI redefined a serial killer as someone who has murdered at least 2 people in separate events, allowing for earlier intervention by law enforcement. Spree murder involves the killing of 3 or more individuals without a cooling-off period, typically at multiple locations. For instance, a bank robber who kills hostages during a statewide chase would be classified as a spree murderer. One case in Pajikur involved juveniles who, after watching Menace to Society, attempted a murder spree while stealing cars. Fortunately, their later victims survived. Mass murder involves the killing of 4 or more individuals at a single location without a break between killings. Some experts argue the threshold should be 3. Despite its devastating impact, mass murder accounts for less than 1% of all homicides annually. Though rare, approximately 35 to 40 serial murderers are estimated to be active in the United States at any given time. However, accurate data on their prevalence remain elusive. Serial killers typically select victims based on availability, vulnerability, and personal motives. Contrary to popular belief, few serial killers travel across states to commit their crimes. Those who do are often truck drivers, military personnel, or transients. The FBI estimates that 14% of serial killers use their homes or workplaces as primary crime scenes, while 52% operate within a specific region, making geographical profiling a valuable investigative tool. There is no single cause for serial murder. Many killers are motivated by psychological rewards such as control, dominance, or media attention. Evidence suggests that serial killers act opportunistically rather than being compelled by an uncontrollable urge. While some have mental disorders, most do not meet traditional psychiatric criteria for severe mental illness. Likewise, they are not necessarily social misfits and may blend into their communities. Female serial killers are far less common than males, with around 3 dozen identified in U.S. history. Research highlights key differences. While male offenders primarily target strangers, only about 1/3 of female serial killers do. Women are more likely to kill acquaintances or family members. Compared to serial murder, mass murder has received less research attention, perhaps because it occurs swiftly and typically ends with the perpetrator's death, either by suicide or police intervention. Mass murderers generally fall into 2 categories, classic and family. Classic mass murder involves an individual attacking a public place, such as a fast food restaurant or school, and killing multiple people at random. Family mass murder involves a perpetrator killing at least 3 family members, often due to personal conflict or perceived betrayal. During an active mass killing, the perpetrator is termed an active shooter. The FBI defines an active shooter as 1 or more individuals engaged in killing or attempting to kill people in a populated area. There is no definitive profile to predict mass murderers. Active shooters between 2016 and 2017 ranged in age from 14 to 66. While some exhibited risk factors such as mental illness, only 25% of 63 studied shooters had been formally diagnosed before committing their crimes. Most mass murderers have no criminal record or history of psychiatric hospitalization, though some had prior mental health treatment. Research indicates that most active shooters experienced significant life stressors before their attacks, particularly financial or job-related difficulties, relationship conflicts, or workplace disputes. About 79% acted in response to a perceived grievance, often feeling that their personal or professional failures were insurmountable. Your text identified 5 categories of mass murder based on motivation. 1. Revenge, targeting specific individuals or groups for perceived wrongs. 2. Power, seeking dominance or control. 3. Loyalty, killing as an act of devotion or commitment to a cause. 4. Profit, eliminating obstacles to financial gain. 5. Terror, spreading fear or promoting ideological beliefs. While mass and serial murders are deeply unsettling, understanding their patterns, motivations, and distinguishing features is essential for law enforcement and researchers seeking to prevent future tragedies. Once again, Professor Rees warns: read your book.